Hey, what's up? This is Visanity from the CISBROS channel. I'm playing Captain Tsubasa Dream Team. Yeah, as you guys probably saw my last live stream last night, I said I was gonna go over this Dream collection and some of the updates. So now I'm here because yesterday the Dream collection suddenly came out. So I just went straight into the live stream doing the transfer without really talking about it. So today I will go over a bit. It's quite a lot to talk about, but before I dig into the Dream collection, let's talk about this. This is very interesting. New feature, passive skill. Now in Japanese version, this did not come out until very late into the game, like probably about 6 months into the game they introduced this. So I'm very surprised in global version. How many months are we at? 3.5 months, and they already introduced these passive skill buffs for these first generation players. And of course, these two Dream Collection players also have these buffs. And also and they also have the team skill. Yeah. Sorry, this is the buff. Well, what am I talking about? This is the buff right here. And the team skill. Agility killer, Victorino, and then toughness killer for Robson. So, passive skills. Alright, so let's go through these passive skills quickly. So Misaki, this Misaki, I have him. He's quite useless. I still haven't evolved him to UR. So he's quite useless until now. Now he's been buffed quite a bit. So his volley, low flying ball skill increases by 80%. So finally that shot has some usefulness to it. And Shunita, so low flying as well. His power increases by 30%. And Carlos Santana, this one is good. 30% increasing power up buff for his shooting special skill, his golden eagle whatever shot. Mark O'Wyron, forward killer, plus 20% when he's matched up against forwards. That's pretty cool. And then Jito, my bro, post player killer. Now his stats will be buffed by 50% when he's matched up against tall players. What does that mean? Players that are taller than him or above. So same height as him. So if you match up against another Jito, that means he will get the 50% buff. Like all the tall players. 180 centimeters, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong. Cults has another, also has a passive skill. Tackle special skill increased by 30% buff. And then Diaz, I have this guy, so I'm useful for me. 10% buff versus toughness type. So he's a toughness type killer, which is good. And then Soda stamina killer. So during matchup, the opponent will need to spend 15% more stamina when he's matched up against Soda. That's pretty useful. I don't have him. Oh, now this Misugi I also have. So a lot of the players are getting buffed that I have here. 3 players that I have again. 4 players. Actually 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 players that I have are getting buffed. So Misugi, stand firm. So this is a good one. So he won't get knocked back by shots. Like if he's matched up against Neo Tiger or Raiju Hyuga, he won't get knocked down. So that means he will decrease the power of the shot. So which is good. So this is good news for me, and I guess a lot of players. So because these first generation players are not so good. So these passive skills will make them last longer, I guess. And in Japanese version, they just released the passive skill for like all of the first gen players now, pretty much. So yeah, I don't want to spoil you guys, but anyways, now K-Lab, Clap, whatever you call them, finally surprised us with this Dream Collection. Because if you saw my previous video, I was trying to give you guys some hint into what the next Dream Collection would be, and I told you it would be just Margus and Chester, right? Nope, Clap proved us wrong, proved me wrong. And in this crazy Dream Collection, what they did was they actually combined 3 Dream Collections into one. Absolutely insane. So I guess Clap or K-Lab really wants to catch up to the progress of the Japanese version. So I guess it will be more cost effective, I guess, if they're trying to build the game at the same progress or same stage, I guess. I don't know. So yeah, this crazy Dream Collection. Total there are 10 players. Let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, 10 players. So Chester, Margus, I talked about before. Now Brian Clifford or Clifford, I don't know why they spell it like this in global. If you look on fandom Japanese, like the wiki, that's not how it's supposed to be spelled. Anyways, now this Dream Collection, the key players definitely are Brian and Robson. They're, in my opinion, they're the 2 best players in this transfer, in this Dream Collection. And then third one maybe will be Victorino or Margus or Chester. I don't know. So yeah, we can briefly go over the main 5 guys in this transfer. So Chester and Margus I talked about before in the previous video, so I'm just gonna skip them. And then Brian Clifford, I have him in Japanese account. He's freaking awesome. His look at his attack, 19,000. That's like crazy Dream Collection type of numbers. So he's got the spinning volley, 440 momentum, and then 405 stamina, and then he's got Cruyff turn, A skill, and then the S skill total football. Now the total football requires all 5 of the Netherlands guys, the outfield guys, not including, you don't need a goalkeeper obviously. So pay attention to that. So you need all 5 guys in order to do the total football. I only have 4 of them in Japanese version. I can show you guys real quick after I briefly talk about. So Robson is pretty OP as well. Very high stats, and he's got the passive skill, Toughness Killer. So when he's matched up against Toughness type, his stats increases 5%. Look at his defense, 19,000. That's sick. So he's very strong as well. He's got an S block, high power block, 450 and 445. And then high power tackle. This one you can farm with the SR transfer players. And then he's got the interception. So very well-rounded defender. He's got everything. He's got block, tackle, and pass guard. So I don't have him in Japanese, so haven't used him before. Victorino, super fast. This guy is really fast. And agility killer, and he's a dribble guy. He's a forward, but he's a dribble type of forward. So he's the guy that you give him the ball and he'll dribble to like the penalty area and then pass the ball. So S dribble, Panther dribble, 415 and 240. Stamina is very low, so which is good. You can use it quite a bit. You can use him in situations where you want to waste time. Yeah, where you're trying to kill the clock. That's also a good good scenario to use him. And he's got a bullet shot and non-trap running volley. So a volley shot and a ground shot, but these are only A skills. So here are the probabilities. So there are 10 SSR Dream Collection players that you can get. You guys already saw my live stream. I got Chester. I don't have him in Japanese version. So here's the rundown of all the players. So now these are the Netherlands guys. The goalkeeper is useless unless you have Brian Kluivert. Otherwise, you don't need to use him because Brian Kluivert has the team skill. He's got the 15% buff for all Netherlands player. So if you're able to get all these other outfield Netherlands players, they can be strong if they're all together. Individually, not so good. In Japanese version, I have Johan, Root, and Leon. I'm missing this guy, Gert Kaiser. Yeah, I can show you real quick in Japanese version what my Kluivert looks like. Now, where is Brian? Let's see. OMF. There he is. Brian. So look at his stats. Very crazy stats. 9,000 shoot. That's nuts. That's higher than Hino Ryuma, Dreamfest. He can shoot from outside the penalty area. He can score on Wakabayashi, no problem. So what you do is, if you have all the Dutch players, use Total Football with the other players, with the other guys, like the midfield, whatever. Get the ball to the as far as inside the penalty area, and then pass the ball out to Brian, and then shoot. Boom. That's what a lot of people did during in the Japanese version. So my Brian is maxed out, of course. And in Japan version, he's got a new skill which is not available yet, of course, in global. He's got a passing skill that we could transfer to him. So here's one of my Dutch players. Yeah, because the reason I'm talking so much about Netherlands, because Netherlands is my favorite team in real life, but they suck. So they're not even in the World Cup. So yeah. Anyways, so here are the rest of the Netherlands players that I have. I don't really use them. Before I use when I don't have my current team, I use him. I use Brian along with Dick, the defender. He's not bad, but he can only block pretty much, and tackle, and dribble. He's got a C tackle skill that you can kind of farm from the friendly gachas. You can get his N card that you can feed to him. Or was it R card, not N? It's got R character. And then this guy here also, he's good for intercepting the passes. Yeah, he's got the pass guard and then dribble and then total football, of course. So I actually quite want the last Dutch guy, since I'm a Dutch fan. I'm missing one, so I need one more. Yeah, and then I got this guy here, which I pretty much barely use, unless for like Challenge Road, which you guys don't know what I'm talking about, so let me not spoil it. So yeah, so from the current Dream Collection in Global, I only have Brian and some of these Dutch guys. Anyways, let's go back to Global. Alright, we're back in Global. So a lot of people ask me, oh, is this Dream Collection worth doing? Should I save my Dream Balls for Dream Fest instead? Well, I think it's worth it, but maybe don't go all in. But if you're trying to get the Dutch players, maybe you have to go all in if you want to get all 5 of them. Except for the goalkeeper, of course. He's useless. You don't need him. Yeah, so only 1 day left, so maybe, yeah, go for it. Yeah. So this Friday, 1 p.m. Dream Collection will end. So yeah, that's the end of my video. That's all I've got to go over. Yeah, I spent 165 dream balls and got Chester, which I haven't maxed out. So anyways, yeah, please subscribe to the channel, comment down below, tell us what you got. What do you think about this dream collection? What do you think about the new passive skills? And give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, share the video, support my affiliate in the description below, apartment507.com. Check out their website. Use the coupon code to purchase anything and get 5% off. Alright, so I'll see you guys very soon in the next video. Alright, take care. Goodbye.